a year ago, I remember feeling all I needed to do was move to our new house and the overwhelm that I was feeling would disappear. Then we moved and we went into lockdown and we came out of lockdown and we started new schools and new jobs. We bought some land and we're still waiting for them to build us a house. And I feel myself feeling the same discontentedness that I felt a year ago when I was dreaming about moving to this place. I find myself thinking, once we move to the new place, everything will be better. Once the house is built, everything will be better. Once we move, I'll finally have the space to film in and my motivation will return. I'll feel happier again. This place is not ideal for a whole bunch of first world reasons. The backyard, or really, the courtyard, is not big enough for 3 growing, very active boys. I don't have a space to work or to film my yoga classes. The lighting's not great. Mostly though, it's just not ours and we're used to being homeowners, not renters. We're used to being able to do whatever we like to a place to help us to actually settle in and feel like this is home. All this aside, I think that even if the house was done, I would still be feeling like this. And I would just be thinking, well, once we finish the landscaping, it will be so much better. Once we get the shed built, it will be better. Or insert any number of endless projects we'll set for ourselves that we'll use as the goalpost for when things will feel better. Waiting with this feeling of discontent is a funny old thing. You know it's not permanent, but it still feels like suffering when you're in it. I'm trying my best not to dwell, to try and see the good for what it is. I'm trying to focus on the excitement of the building and the planning and not focus on what I wish it already was right now. And this doesn't just apply to moving and settling into a new place, but not wanting to be here and wanting to fast forward to the bits that you believe will be better. I've felt this before when we were trying to have Luca and we had 3 losses in 12 months and feeling like I just wanted to fast forward till all of that heartbreak was behind me, but at the same time not wanting to fast forward because I had 2 beautiful boys in front of me who were growing up and I didn't want to miss any of that either. I remember feeling this discontent in high school as well, feeling like as soon as I was an adult and I had my own job and my own place, it would all be better, it would all feel better. Oh baby Bettina, if only I could go back and tell you that being an adult is not all it's cracked up to be. I've also felt this way about getting a new job when the day-to-day felt so mundane and hard to get through, and dreaming about what life would look like when I had this new job. How much better I would feel when I wasn't in this anymore. And then inevitably I would start the new job and at first, yes, it would be shiny and new and some of those feelings would fade, but inevitably I would settle back into a new routine and those same feelings were still there. The discontent just follows you wherever you go, which is just to say discontent is just human. It's probably hardwired into us as some sort of survival technique to keep moving, to keep developing, to keep us out of whatever danger is out there. The trick is finding a way to breathe and to settle and to relax despite the feelings of discontent. Finding a way to trust all the imperfections of now and trust that this is what is meant to be right now. After all, I think the suffering is mostly just thinking it's meant to be another way, but it isn't. It just doesn't make sense yet. The story only makes sense in reverse. It's only with hindsight that you get to understand why it didn't unfold the way you imagined it would. The lessons only make sense when you can see the whole picture, not just the messy middle. So if you're in the messy middle of something right now, which is basically all of us, because we're all always going through something, I want you to take a breath, feel the earth, be here in this moment. Keep dreaming because it's good to lean into the excitement of the future that you're imagining. But don't lose yourself in the here and now because you're too busy thinking that you should be there instead. Trust that you're not actually meant to be there yet. You're exactly where you're meant to be, right here and right now. And someday it will all make sense why.